This is the training methods of 72 Arts of Shaolin by Jin Jing Zhang, written in 1934. From what I can tell, it's a training manual to strengthen your body like a Shaolin monk, who have some really cool videos of them doing crazy ass feats. So, I'm gonna go through 5 or so skills and see how effective they really are. Before I begin, if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit a goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Before you begin these 72 arts, there are some actual rules you have to follow. You have to follow the 5 demands, 10 bans, and 10 harms. I gotta say, most of them are okay with some exceptions. Like strictly following the methods isn't the greatest advice because some info might be outdated or just slower. The 10 bans are okay, but the 10 harms are kind of stupid. They make 1 or 2 good points, but a lot of it hasn't been proven if done in moderation to affect your body, like sexual desire or wine. The first exercise is the diamond finger, or the Buddha's finger, an external exercise that, if done correctly, can make you strong enough to put a hole in a man's chest. It's a daily exercise regimen of striking a solid object, such as a tree or a rock, gradually increasing in the force. It does warn that the skin will tear off, muscles and sinew will swell and hurt, but after 3 years of training, the finger should be like a tree branch. Now this could actually be legitimate, as there is a guy featured on Stan Lee's Superhumans with a finger of steel. The guy, Ho Eng-hyu, is able to break open a coconut with his finger, using that shit like a hammer. According to the expert on that episode, it would require 200 or so pounds to pierce a coconut, and at that force, it would shatter a normal finger. However, this is going to be a no bueno for me, as while it does look extremely effective against an opponent, there are drawbacks. Looking at the guy's finger alone, you could tell it's been malformed due to years of training, and while not explicitly stated, there's a high possibility of arthritis or constant pain and or loss of function. The second exercise is the light body skill, an internal exercise that claims to let people rest on the tree branch like a butterfly or step on newly fallen snow without leaving any marks at all. It says it takes 12 years, and because it's an internal exercise, it requires chi. The method involves filling a large vat with water and balancing on the edge, carrying 7 stones while you do it. On the edge, you perform fighting combos, and then every 2 weeks, you take a scoop of water out until it's empty. Once you've completed this, you go for a smaller vat, they describe it as a basket, and repeat it. And finally, you lay out some sand to make a path and perform what you learned, I guess, on the sand till it no longer leaves a mark. Personally, I think the highest end of this technique is improbable, if not impossible, as chi is not an evidence-based source. The videos I could find just showed parkour, which is what it is essentially, or there's one video which does show the light body skill, but it's tagged as being funded by the Chinese government, which makes me question the legitimacy of the video. However, the lower end claims could be possible. Basically, you're doing parkour in gymnastics, doing the balance beam work. And because people don't have easy access to VATs, I would recommend getting a balance beam to start your practice. Here's a couple of great videos on both balance for gymnastics and parkour. If you practice these techniques from these videos, you should be able to walk across a tree branch like a butterfly, as long as it's strong enough to handle your weight. The third exercise is the pole of a falling star, which is an external exercise that at the end can turn your body into iron. The method requires driving a thick bamboo trunk into the ground, wrapping a thick hemp cord around it, and beginning striking at its pole with your fists, palm, shoulders, joints, elbows, head, etc. Your skin and muscles become stronger, the pain begins to numb, and it says the spirit, which was shapeless, will strengthen. The best approach is to strike a heavy bag as opposed to a pole, which is more common, and changing the percentage of force used depending on if you have gloves or wraps or nothing. You can kick, punch, elbow, knee, all you want to mimic the falling star. Though I would not do headbutts, as it doesn't really make it stronger, but instead exposes you to more head trauma, which can lead to a knockout if you're in an actual fight. You would also want to add in some resistance exercises, which will make muscles and bones stronger. You can also throw in some conditioning to take blows where another person or yourself hits your body at 50 to 75% with a stick or a medicine ball. While it doesn't train your muscles, it may help you recover faster for getting hit as you are more exposed to the feeling of the pain. This also should not be performed on the head for the same previous reason. The fourth exercise is the Hand of 5 Poisons, which requires gathering a red snake, a gecko, a spider, and a scolopendra. I think it's a centipede basically. You smash them together with yellow clay, vinegar, alcohol, iron, and bronze shots. You strike this concoction twice a day for 3 years, and it will allow you to strike a person and poison them. If you're a fan of Baka the Grappler, you may remember that one of the opponents uses this ability. This training method should not be used in any capacity as it's super fucking dangerous. While some animals and plants can excrete poisons like certain frogs or snakes, there is no reason to believe by doing this and then touching the person, you can poison them, and the dangers are that you may be affected by the poison and you don't know how your body will react. And while you may be able to build up a poison tolerance, called Mithridism, I don't know, it's named after a Roman emperor, it can be very easy for you to overdo it and get poisoned still. Not to mention, it clearly says that you have to use some sort of special ointment after doing this, but I couldn't find the recipe in the book itself, so I guess you're fucked if you try this. The fifth and final exercise for this video is pulling out a mountain, which takes a wooden pole, driving it into the ground, then covering it with clay to make it stay secure. Using the thumb, forefinger, and middle finger, you try and pull it out every single day. With consistency, the pole will gradually move and come out. You then repeat this with an iron pole. This method could actually be effective in strengthening one's grip strength. The Pioneer mentions that Spartans would perform a similar exercise with reeds. To mimic this, you can try and pull on railings or bars that are held down compared to the wooden pole, which would become loose from the clay beginning to crack. Pull-up bars are also great for this, so does farmer's walks and deadlifting. You can also use grip strengtheners like Captain of Crush to assist you in this as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.